Alright, so, hey guys, I thought I would come back after a week later. And it's so fucking humid and it's November and I don't know what the fuck's going on with the weather, but point taken, I guess. So, well, I wanted to come back because I wanted to ask about what the fuck happened with myself last week. And basically put, I made my own love turned into drama. Where I worried if, I forgot I shouldn't say her name just yet, but basically put, I, you can even see it on my face as well, but like I have a crush, and like the crush hasn't came back after like a week later, not even as a mark has read, and I just assumed that she was busy, and I respect her completely about it, but at the same time, after like 5 days later afterwards from that scenario, I started to miss her because let me tell you something about how I grew up with. So, one of my videos I talked about Clarissa, and basically put, if it wasn't for someone like Clarissa, I probably would be dead by the time I was like 9 to 10 years old because I would think that the world would have been way too fucking stale for me. How I grew up was I not only did I grew up differently, but I grew up in a state where I didn't like mind you, I was like 8, 9, 10 years old or some shit, right? I was 8 years old. I was 8 years old. And that's how I met Claire, right? But I was around 7 to 8 years old. I didn't understood how friends worked correctly and how I thought about the world in general. And I thought that I already knew everything about the world that it gave me, so why bother continue? Like I was 7 to 8 years old, and already I bothered. Why bother living, right? So I was the way and how I experienced with Clarissa, especially after quite literally 4,900 days of trying to find her ever since she vanished, and then I just recently, like you don't even see the hairpins anymore, that I just recently had to accept fate and let go of her. And it was hard, don't get me wrong, and I fucking cried a shit ton. And that happened the same thing for me as well with who I have a crush with. Because just 2 days ago, or even, was it Friday? So 2 days ago, um, 2 days ago was pretty fucking bad. Um, I started worrying, about where she could be, where she is, so she's probably busy. And I kid you not, the same hurt that I felt and how I thought that that must be on how she felt when I left her for like over a year. It made me feel like, what have I done to her? Like, how could I have done something like this to her when I was too worried about trying to find Clarissa? And I kid you not, I had the same experience like how I did last year at May, where it's like I fucking cried and pleaded for like 20 minutes. It happened a second time on the fucking floor, and I was on my knees fucking crying even. And I think from all of this experience, after like an entire week, or even like, what is it, the grand total of 3 weeks from now, and she was just completely busy for like an entire week, it made me understand myself more and more about myself. The more I learn about the lessons of sadness within love. And yes, love can be drama, but that's only because uh, you usually you make it your own drama, and at the same time you can't really help it because I think love is seriously one of the most, if not the most powerful feeling. Period, like completely. Period. And especially for someone like me, whenever I was with my crush and we chat, and then I started to warm up with her, and if she sees this, and she's gonna be so pissed at me, but like how I even wrote like a love letter or even a love poem for her, it made me understand myself, just how much more alive I felt. And here I go, being emotional. But the point is that something like that, something like a relationship like that I had with her, it made me felt so fucking alive. It made me felt so special. It made me felt like finally I have a fucking purpose to live. After 13 years and basically 5 months from now. And I've always been the loner type. I've always been. If I start crying, don't worry about it. How I've always been like the loner type person. How I've never really had any friends, and even if I did, it's like this threshold that I have where it's like, okay, how are you my friend? I feel a little bit sketchy. Whereas like with the internet, that shit's out the fucking window because it's like, oh, who cares? Yeah, sure, we're friends. Yeah, who gives a fuck? Like that's just how I am, and like that's just how I grew up with. And like I think especially the reason why I feel like this is because of my fucking history. I mean, what for fuck's sake? I had 8 years of mild depression, and I had 6 suicidal thoughts over one girl. Her name was Clarissa, and she felt so fucking meaningful for me. She was like a fucking sister to me. And like nowadays, especially because of the crush I have with it, is it's starting to come back to like how I used to be all the way back in those 13 years ago. Back then, like a week ago, I was fucking crying because I felt like I was a fucking monster to her. And I didn't know shit. I didn't know how the fuck how to deal with love. I felt like it's gonna sound dramatic as fuck, I understand, but it felt like she left and I have to take care of the baby, for example. Again, very dramatic. I fucking understand it. But, like, that's just how I felt. It's like, oh, fuck, now what do I do? How can I take care of this goddamn thing? Oh, shit, she left, I'm here, what the fuck do I do? And then as time goes by, you start to feel a bit more and more desperate. You start to have, like, you start to question yourself. You start to question, did I do something wrong? And you say, and tell yourself, no. Oh fuck, no, you didn't do anything wrong. She's just so busy, she can't even fucking come back to Messenger yet. And I think videos like these, like this video especially, helps me reflect on like, it's okay if she can't meet you for an entire fucking week. If she can't meet you for an entire month, maybe sure there's like some excuse here and there, but like point taken is that she's fucking busy. And point taken from you is that it's gonna sound rough, but like I need to chill the fuck out. And if you're in the same situation, you need to chill the fuck out too. And I wonder like if I could have done anything better, if I could have the only thing I can have done better is being better with myself rather than overwhelmingly worrying so much about your crush. I'm 24 years old. I can only imagine what the fuck you guys must have gone through. If you're around 14, 15, 16, you're in high school or you're in like secondary school. And I think there's something called like a date where it's like not what is it? A prom. It's called a fucking prom. Whereas like you have a prom and then there's like I think it's called like a punch bowl or whatever the fuck. And like you have like this dance prom and you have like this slow dance. Like if I was in that situation, if Clarissa was there, holy shit would I be in love. But she's gone and I can't see her ever again. It fucking trust me, it fucking sucks major donkey dick, but like there's absolutely nothing else I could have done but to just let go. I think sadness, love, drama, I think these three major factors teach you the long ways of love and how deeply it affects you. And especially for someone like me, I think it hit me a little bit harder. I'm not gonna lie. Um, I feel like I've already talked about everything, but I'm just trying to think about anything else I want to say. I think I could try and give off like some advice to close things off. If you're in a crush, just chill the fuck out. If she's busy, just chill the fuck out. Um, if you ever need to knock some sense into yourself and literally slap yourself like here pretty hard. Like if you're ever depressed or if you're ever sad, especially because what I've learned this morning is that is to like not maybe actually slapping yourself like this is like bad, but it's like even just grabbing your shirt like this and like actually talking to yourself in anger, telling you to just knock some like to try and knock some self knock some self I can't fucking speak. Knock some sense into yourself. There we go. Excuse me, I had like a fucking tongue twister. You need to knock some sense into yourself, like just calm the fuck down. It's a crush. Love makes you do really stupid shit. It does. It totally fucking does. But with patience, it's the most tedious fucking medicine. But with patience comes a reward. Remember that. With patience comes a reward. And I felt like I've been waiting for fucking 13 to 14 years now. But I'm still waiting. I'm still hoping. And I cheer myself up. Oh, speaking of cheering yourself up, just go out. Stop worrying. If you're ever too much in home, and I've been here too, excuse me, just go out. Go for a walk. Go for an exercise. If you feel like you're down, literally shadow box outside, even if you're completely terrible at it. Just do something active, like go for a bike ride or some shit. And I feel like that can help you relieve more about self loving yourself rather than worrying giving so much love to one other person. So I think my lesson or within those few days was that I worried so much about my crush that I forgot to worry about myself. I loved my crush so much that I forgot to love myself. And again, love makes you do stupid shit, and that's exactly what happened with me. I think I can wrap things off now. I feel pretty good now. I feel a lot more calmer, obviously. But I also feel like, you know what, things can go. I think I can turn things around. I think I can be more optimistic within myself. Yeah, sure. So, don't worry about it. And I know what you're going to say, but I should worry about it. I'm in fucking love. I don't know what to do. I'm literally right there with you, man. I'm literally right there with you. I think it's been like, what, 2 to 3 weeks we've been through right now? And I'm still waiting for her to return. And it makes me remember how I used to be back with Clarissa. But there's a difference between having a forced separation in school and having your messages marked not even marked as read yet. Like, it fucking sucks, but there's absolutely nothing else you can do but to wait and just do something else. Literally just do something else. And I hope even a visual like this can help you reflect and try to make yourself calm or even to try and knock some sense into yourself. But yeah, man, shit fucking happens. And I'll say it one more time, love makes you do stupid shit. It does. It makes you overshoot shit. I think I'm gonna end it here because now I got nothing much else to say, and it's gonna be a 15-minute mark again. But yeah, I'm glad to be here. Might do another video in like another week or 2 weeks from now, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I'll see you out whenever. Make sure you take care of yourself if you're ever in a situation like this, though. Okay?